Hello, my sweet summer children. I'm back with the juice, and the finale trailer was 2T. Not to do a preview breakdown of the finale of House of the Dragon. I have went through every plot line, every trailer for season 2. I've grabbed everything I could to try to put together what we might be in for. Also, HBO is keeping the finale under wraps, so I will not get an early screener this week. So we're doing old school preview breakdowns, and don't expect my finale breakdown right after the episode. There's no way it's going to happen without the screener, but it will come out first thing on Monday. So the first frame of the trailer is Mysaria and Rhaenyra watching two dragons flying around on Dragonstone. They're dancing in the sky. I'm not sure who it is, but I think that it's Silverwing and Vermithor. It could be Off and Hugh having fun flying around. They're new riders. Of course, it's fun to fly, right? They're brand new to this. They want to fly. But also, it could be just Vermithor and Silverwing without their riders, just enjoying each other. So Vermithor and Silverwing are lifelong mates. They are the dragons of King Jaehaerys and Queen Alysanne. They both have new riders, and they may just be enjoying stretching their wings. So the next still is of the Lannister army. Jason Lannister is at the front with Lord Lefford of the Golden Tooth. We've seen them two link up in episode 6 at the Golden Tooth. The last time we left them, they were here on the map. The next shot is of the WinterWolves of the North, carrying the banner of House Stark, coming down from the north and crossing this bridge, the bridge that Jace secured for them in episode 5 at the Twins. So the Starks are at the Twins, and hopefully there will be no red wedding. But the WinterWolves are the 2,000 graybeards that Cragen Stark promised Jace in episode 1 of the season. If you need a reminder, House Stark declared for Rhaenyra, and House Stark is the moral compass of this universe usually. The next shot is of the Hightower forces, and when I saw this, we get a shot of Tessarion, the Blue Queen. I was not expecting Tessarion this season. I squealed when we saw Tessarion, because that is Daemon's dragon. Tessarion is nicknamed the Blue Queen. Tessarion is beautiful, cobalt blue with hints of bright copper. Her fire is also blue, which for some reason I think that means that her fire is way hotter than any other dragons. I love these dragons. I just love them. Protect them. I'm not going to like this show by the time it ends. I'm going to be in the mental institution. Daemon is Alicent and Rhaenyra's third son. He has been raised in Old Town as a ward of Lord Hightower. Basically, this is a thing they do in Westeros, right? They send their sons as wards of other lords. It's considered honorable. It's an honor. Both Ned Stark and Robert Baratheon were wards of Jon Arryn. That's how they were raised as brothers. Dron Greyjoy is a ward of Ned Stark at the beginning of Game of Thrones, but that was something different. He was a ward, but he was also a hostage to keep Balon in check after the Greyjoy rebellion. Speaking of Greyjoys, the Red Kraken has been mentioned a few times, but we have yet to see him. I wonder if we will see him in the finale. Could some of the shots of Corlys go treat with the Red Kraken? There's a few shots I want to talk about together, okay? So we have a scene of Caraxes, my guy, looking on as two dragons fly towards him. We get another shot of the two dragons going to Harrenhal, and it's most certainly Seasmoke and Syrax. So a lot is going on at Harrenhal, but most importantly, Daemon and Rhaenyra are going to reunite. Firstly, Daemon is amassing a big host in the Riverlands. In the regular season trailer for season 2, we did have a still of this huge encampment in the Riverland. It's of all blue tents. This is the army that's growing outside of Harrenhal. We see the Targaryen banner flying in the wind. I am just here for it. Yes, son, bring on the River Lords. There is another shot of a dragon flying over the Rivermen. I'm thinking it's Caraxes, but I'm not sure. Like, is the neck long enough? Is that our boy? I usually feel like I know when I see Caraxes, and I'm not sure that this is Caraxes. So the Riverlords also seem to be in a hurry, like they're running around gathering up their shit to go. So is this the Vermithor? The logical answer is Caraxes, but it just does not look like him. I don't know. What do you think? We also have a shot of Daemon with the Riverlords. So what's going on in the Riverlands? We hear someone say, while you have mustered an army, Rhaenyra has faltered. This is none other than Sir Alfred. And first of all, Mr. Loose the Dragons, Loose the Dragons, Loose the Dragons. Her failures are the failures of her council. Watch your mouth. Since she stopped listening to y'all and started taking counsel from Missaria, shit's been getting done. Shit's been getting done. And that's that on that. In episode 5, Rhaenyra sent him to treat with Daemon. But I really don't like the sound of his attitude. So is he going to urge Daemon to take the throne? Or is he going to tell Daemon simply, Rhaenyra needs you, bro? Regardless, Rhaenyra herself is on her way to Harrenhal and she can tell him herself. She definitely is with Sea Smoke and Adam. And I wonder if the shot from the original season 2 trailer of dragon eggs in a fire is the vision that Rhaenyra has of Daenerys. Like, girl, like, imagine Rhaenyra at Harrenhal gets a dream and it's Daenerys. And it's basically the old gods telling her, like, girl, not too much on this prince that was promised shit because she hasn't been born yet. If House of the Dragon gives us a vision of Daenerys, I will die. I'm interested to see how Daemon and Rhaenyra, like, how that reunion will go down. I'm also interested to know if Vermithor is there. Like, what if Vermithor flies there because he gets news of Aemond burning castles and he flies there to hurry up and tell Rhaenyra. And then they go and take King's Landing because they know Aemond's out. I don't think she would take Vermithor and Silverwing with her to Harrenhal because the smart thing to do would be to leave Vermithor and Silverwing to protect Dragonstone. Like, is this sheep stealer? Like, what dragon is this, y'all? It's killing me. Anyway, there is also from the original season 2 trailer, Daemon saying the realm needs a ruler strong enough to unite it. I think this will be Daemon talking about Rhaenyra, and I think this will be Daemon being Rhaenyra's hype man to the Riverlords. It might be just Daemon talking to Rhaenyra himself. But I definitely think it's going to come from Daemon about Rhaenyra and Daemon giving his undying support. I can't wait to see how that goes down. Like, I'm dying for next Sunday to come. We also have a scene of Alan and he's in a rowboat. So he's coming ashore somewhere and he's in full armor. He looks so badass. Salt and sea for real. We also have Corlys in armor. And there is a scene from the original season 2 trailer that we have not seen yet. And it's Corlys and Rhaenyra in what looks like Driftmark. He says, my ships sail at your command. You must crush this beast at its head. This makes me think they are taking King's Landing in the finale. And I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that when I get into the logistics of where everyone is and the armies and all that. First, we have the Triarchy. In episode 6, Aemond told Tylan he wanted him to meet with the Triarchy. So we have a shot of what looks like the Triarchy ships setting sail. But we also have what looks like the Green Dragon Targaryen sail in a foreign port, Tyrosh. So the Triarchy are the alliance of the old Valyrian cities known as Lys, Myr, and Tyrosh. They are pirates. Crazy as hell, too. But they are the people who warred against Daemon and the Sea Snake in season 1 of House of the Dragon. The war for the Stepstones was against the Triarchy, led by the Crab Feeder. Anyway, there is this scene of Tylan Lannister getting his mud wrestle on. In the books, this scene is with Raquelio Rendoon, who I actually love. He dyes his hair purple and orange, sometimes dresses as a girl. We love him. But it looks like Tylan is actually wrestling Shirako Lohar of Lys, which is being played by Abigail Thorne. I just was like, how did the Targaryen ship get around the blockade? I'm going to just assume that Tylan rode to another port and sailed the narrow sea some other way instead of by way of the Blackwater. Also, speaking of the waterways, we get a shot of a boat going down a river. We can see King's Landing, the Red Keep, and the Dragon Pit. There is an unnamed river that flows from the God's Eye into the Blackwater, so it could be this river or it could be the Blackwater Rush. So let's look at it, right? We have shots of Aemond potentially burning a castle by some water. We have the Lannister army on the march and Criston Cole on the march and the High Towers in Daemon on the march. So logistics of it all is the last time we see these people, Aemond was here in King's Landing. Daemon is leaving Old Town, joining the Hightower forces who are on their way to King's Landing. Jason Lannister is here at the Golden Tooth. Criston Cole and Gwaine were leaving King's Landing, headed towards the Riverlands. So most likely, they aren't going to straight take the King's Road north towards Harrenhal. They're not going to do that. From the stills, they are clearly staying off of the King's Road and camping in the woods. So I imagine they are going to go back through the lands that they have already conquered, like Duskendale. Guys, like, I was thinking about this. I really think that Aemond just decided to burn a castle. I don't see any forces with him, but what castle is it? It could be so many places. So they attacked Rook's Rest because the Lord of Rook's Rest was on Rhaenyra's council. So they could do the same to like Lord Celticar. It could be Claw Isle. But I'm also sure that Aemond is pissed with the River Lords. So it could be like a Riverland castle. But I'm not sure which one it would be. It definitely can't be Maidenpool. Like, that's my thoughts. It can't be Maidenpool. Don't you dare. Wherever it is, I think he's Dolo. And it's going to be a time. We have a shot of Criston Cole saying, "We march toward our annihilation." And also a shot of Gwaine with his sword to Criston Cole's throat. Like, what could Criston Cole have said to piss Gwaine off? But in this shot with Gwaine, I see a blonde 6'13" person in the background. And I'm like, who is that? Is that Daemon? Could that be our guy? Or is it just the blonde person? The reason I think they could take King's Landing this season is because Corlys says we must crush this beast at its head to Rhaenyra, and the head is King's Landing, and everyone is gone from King's Landing. Aemond is somewhere burning a castle. Criston Cole is marching towards the Riverlands. Daemon and the High Towers are marching from Old Town. King's Landing is wide open, and we have Corlys and Alan in armor being rowed to shore. Adam is also in armor in the trailer. There is also a scene of Aemond telling Helaena, "The pretenders are raising dragon riders against us. I need you to fly with Dreamfyre to battle." First of all, Helaena looks so beautiful in this scene. But Helaena is the dragon rider to Dreamfyre. Dreamfyre is a huge dragon. She's old. She's either older or the same age as Vermithor and Silverwing. We've seen Dreamfyre in season 1 twice. Once when Helaena was leaving Driftmark and when Aemond ran up on Dreamfyre in the Dragon Pit. Helaena is too much of an empath to be out here flying around burning people. Like, it's not going to happen. I really, really hope that we get to see Dreamfyre and we get to see Helaena interact with Dreamfyre, but I don't think it's going to be Helaena riding Dreamfyre into battle. I think the argument that Alicent and Aemond get into is over this. There is no way in hell Alicent is going to let Helaena ride Dreamfyre into battle. It's likely going to be Dreamfyre's job to guard the city, and Helaena is just going to be like, yeah, we're not doing it. The Alicent scene with Aemond, "You wish to rule over the 7 kingdoms, but you reign over ruin and death." It goes with the scene, "This senseless war must end. Would you not have us prevail? Not like this." That scene came from the original trailer for season 2. Aemond, she's not letting you take Helaena into battle. Please be for real. We also have a meeting, a dinner of Rhaenyra with her crown on, feasting the dragon seeds, and Jace and Baela are there, and she tells them, "I've given you a power very little people get to experience." I think in this scene, she's going to say, look, we're going to strike now while they are scrambling. We're going to take King's Landing. I'm going to rule. And I think she's going to say, she's going to make it explicitly clear, after me, my son Jace is going to rule. She's going to make it clear that he is her heir, and he will rule after her, and Bela will rule with him as his queen. I think she's going to make the line of succession clear so there aren't any misunderstandings. I'm also wondering what's going to happen with Rhaena and Viserys and Aegon. We've seen Rhaena leave Viserys and Aegon. We know they are getting on a ship that's bound for the other side of the Narrow Sea, Pentos. We've seen Rhaena kind of abandon Viserys and Aegon as they were heading to their ship. They're heading to a ship called the Gay Abandon to go to Pentos. And Rhaena kind of just dipped on them and went into the wilderness to try to find that wild dragon. It's a lot. It's a lot. But what do you think? Are you excited for the finale? I know I definitely am. What do you think is going to happen? Let me know in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. Okay, my sweet summer children, have a good day.